Thanks, baby.
All I saw of your I work in a semi-level restaurant.
Okay.
I work in supply chain.
Supply chain. Okay. Yes, sir.
My name is Abu. I work with Prison Campina.
Prison Campina. Okay. Okay.
I work in supply chain.
Supply chain. Yes, sir.
I'm across if I found John.
Okay.
What we better is advertising, whether heads advertising.
Okay.
Media parts.
Account. Okay. Yes, sir.
My name is I'm a legal practitioner. I do private practice.
Okay. All right. Intensive training on e-format, import trade regulation and processes in Nigeria. We started training sometimes last year, I think around our first edition actually. Okay, it's exactly 1 year. Our first edition was September last year. When we've been doing training on other area of trade, export, letter of credits and some other areas. We realized that a number of importers were having challenges in managing their processes, especially for those that are just coming into the business. More importantly, for organizations hiring new staff, who they need to show, who needs to understand how the import process works. So, and we've been able to train quite a number of people since the program started about a year ago. The response have been very, very impressive, and I believe also today will not be an exception. So please feel free to ask questions. If you are new, how many of us are new to import in Nigeria? If you're new, that 1, okay, 2, 3, okay. Mr. Tunde is not new, right? Not too new. You're not entirely new. You're not really new, okay. The reason is that we would like to know so that when I'm asking questions or when I'm saying anything, I need to define what I'm saying so that I can carry everybody along. But for those of us that are new, if there's anything I say you need to understand, please do not hesitate to ask questions. Do we understand? Do we understand? Yes. All right, very important, so that we all benefit from whatever we'll be discussing today. All right, we'll move from the known to the unknown. First of all, I'd like to introduce Trinity Best. Trinity Best Academy is an arm of Trinity Best Consulting Limited. Our pride ourselves as the foremost national trade trading company in Nigeria. Our vision is to contribute significantly to the growth of trade knowledge, trade funding and trade volume to foster national development. And our mission is to promote trade education in Nigeria through trade facilitation, development of effective trade finance strategies, dissemination and sharing of trade information, which we often do online. What makes us unique actually in all our international trade is the fact that we combine 3 rare qualities. Number 1, theoretical background with numerous trade education, banking background, I used to work with Diamond Bank, and then trade education, trade execution. We're actively involved in international trade itself, both on the import and the export side. So whatever we are saying are things we do. So whatever we're going to be discussing are going to be very, very practical. We've trained a number of organizations in the past, and we have a blog online, Trade Info. You might not have to write this, we'll change it, tradeinfong.com. You might want to write that, tradeinfong.com. On that side, you can get a number of information as far as import and export business is concerned in Nigeria. And of course, some of our adverts are also there for you to be able to understand the next training we'll be having. At the end of this class, we expect that everyone should understand the role of stakeholder in international trade in Nigeria, the usage of Nigerian foreign exchange and functions. We'll be looking at Form M, which will be one of the core of our discussion today, Power being another core, and then other areas we'll be looking at. Form M, let me define that for those that are new, is the application form for importation into Nigeria. So if you are going to import into Nigeria, the application form to fill is Form M. Before, I think February last year, it was usually done manually. But by February last year, federal government commenced an online process using this platform, www.trade.gov.ng. Trade.gov.ng. So on that platform, you can process your Form M. You can process your Form M on that platform. Remember, Form M is the application form for importation into Nigeria. Legal import, anyway, legal import. Because people bring in stuff without processing Form M. Legal import into Nigeria. E-Form M process. So we're going to log into the internet. I'm going to do this formal processing together, so you can also learn that process. Step-by-step import process, we'll be looking at that. The feature of pre- and post-import documentation. If you're going to import into Nigeria, you need to do pre-import documentation before the import into Nigeria. Guidelines and regulation of importing into Nigeria. Import trade risk, fraud and mitigant. Import trade risk, fraud and mitigant. Then import prohibition list, look at that. Importance of HS code and Incoterm. And then lastly, we'll be looking at reducing demurrage to zero. Reducing demurrage to zero. Alright, so we'll start right away. What is international trade? I've been asking a lot of questions, so I appreciate your response. What's international trade? Simple questions, simple answers. Yes?
Trade between two countries.
Trade between two countries, basically. Trade between two countries. Trade between two countries. Even if I'm doing the trading, and I'm crossing, for example, in the case of Nigeria, I'm crossing to Cotonou, which is very close to us, is still international trade, even though it's very close. Even though it's very close, it's still international trade. A lot of international trade also takes place in Maiduguri, but now with Boko Haram, it's been a major challenge for Chad, Niger, and I think Cameroon, right? About 4 countries are at the border of Borno State. Now, we're trading across borders, international trade. Now, this can be in 3 types or 3 forms. If I'm moving in goods into the country, like which is common, I mean, the one we do, what's that? Import. That's importation. I'm moving in goods and services. When I'm taking out goods and services, what do you call that? Export. Now, imagine this scenario. I bring in goods. I bring in raw materials, add value, and then ship it out. Am I complicating? Let me give you an example. You know, like free trade zone, right? Dangote is trying to build a refinery there. So let's say he brings in raw materials, the crude, refines it, and then sends it out. Because it's a free trade zone, economically it's not Nigeria. You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean? Economically, it's still Nigeria physically, but it's been declared free in the sense that whoever is doing business there will not be paying tax to federal government, corporate tax to federal government. So it become an attractive land, am I right? Am I right? People want to go there. So now, but the issue is if I'm doing business in that place, because it's not economically Nigeria, anything I produce there, if I move it into Nigeria, it become an importation. Am I complicated? Let me just use something on the screen. Let's assume. Can I get marker? This marker is not. Now, let's say this area. Can we see the screen? This area has been declared free. Can you see that? Okay. This area has been declared free. So now, if I bring in raw material into this zone, I add value, I ship it out. Right? Now, if I bring it into the country, into Nigeria, will regard to it as importation. This is part of Nigeria physically, but economically it's free. Free for everybody to come and do business. What does that do? It creates jobs for all the Nigerians living around that area. That's the whole essence. Now, the act of bringing in raw materials, adding value, and shipping it out is called entry port. Entry port. Entry port. So we have import, we have export, and we have what? Entry port. I'm talking about the forms of international trade. Type. Import, taking it in, export, taking it out, entry port, I bring raw materials, add value, and ship it out. So it's more like have both sides of import and what? And export. Alright, let's look at some of the benefits of international trade. What are the benefits of international trade? Yes. Benefits of international trade. You want to see something? Yes. We all know it now. What's the benefit of what value is your company adding to Nigeria? That's what I'm asking. At least your company is important one way or the other. Yes. And what is talking? You know now. What's the benefit yet?
It creates memorandum of understanding.
Yeah, between countries. Actually, it encourages bilateral relationship. It encourages bilateral relationship. Was it last year or the 4 years before last that President went to China and signed about 3 or 4 agreement with the government of China to come and do a number of things in Nigeria, and of course we also be doing some things with them. So another one, standard of living. There are some things that people believe that if it's not foreign, it cannot be good. So we end up using the one that is foreign. Standard of living is extremely important. Yes, another one.
Foreign economy.
Sir? Foreign exchange. Because now if I export, I'm adding value to Nigeria economically because there is foreign exchange coming into Nigeria. But I mean, talking about foreign exchange, whenever we do international trade, please note, it's nations that trade, not individual companies. Even though to us, you look at individual company. But let me give you an instance. Friesland have imported stuff into Nigeria and you need to pay, right? What do? You go to your bank and bid. Am I right? You want to buy dollar from CBN through your bank. When you go to your bank to go and buy dollar, what really happened in the real sense is this. CBN used part of our foreign reserve to pay your transaction. So CBN credit the account of your bank. Let's say you are using Zenith Bank. Credit the account of Zenith Bank with that dollar. They have debited your Naira account. So the CBN have debited your Naira account and give it to Zenith Bank debited your Naira account and give it to CBN. Are we together, please? Now, debited your account and give it to CBN. CBN now credit the account of your bank abroad. Because CBN have account also abroad. Credit account of, let's say, account of your bank in Citibank London, and maybe they are paying your supply in China. Now, Zenith Bank account in Citibank London is having your money. Zenith Bank send a message to that bank, transfer this money to the supplier of Friesland in China. Does it make sense? Now, that money left the position of Nigeria to the position of China. If I'm exporting the same thing, that country is crediting me. So it comes into the position of what? Nigeria. So at every point in time when we are doing international trade, the people that are trading is who? The nations. And that's why some nations, if they don't have enough foreign reserve, they really will be in debt, paying back the people that they've imported from. So it's extremely important there is a balance of trade, balance of your importation and exportation, so that you have enough foreign reserve to be able to pay. So now look at this scenario. The more the export we do, the more dollar or foreign currency we get, right? Am I right? So the more our bank account offshore, am I right?
Yes.
The lesser the rate of Naira to dollar. Because there will be more dollar in the economy. So what happens to the rate of dollar to Naira? It falls. Currently it's very high. It's about 150 something or 160 if you're buying from a parallel market. Now it falls. Why is it falling? It's falling because there is more dollar in the system. What's causing the more dollar to be in the system? Export. So import is good, it adds value to the economy, but the fact also is the fact that import depletes our foreign reserve. So there must be a balance, and that's why CBN also tries to regulate the utilization of the foreign exchange of the country. Division of labor and specialization, availability of multiple choices, ensure quality and standard of goods, raises standard of living of people, facilitate economic development, maintain balance of payment position. That's what I was just explaining now. Maintain balance of payment position between countries. Bring reputation and end goodwill. When you hear of some car or some product, what comes to mind? If you are thinking of good wine, what comes to mind? Which country? Someone say France, some people say Spain, some people say South Africa. Spain, South Africa. If you think of Mercedes Benz, which nation comes to mind? Germany. If you think of Toyota, which country comes to mind? Japan. So there's some problem when you think about them, you think about a particular country. Bring up that end goodwill, assistance during national calamity,